the Saturday Night House Party with Andy and JJ on Flip Flop Live Radio.
A little more love, a little more joy.
Well, everybody, we are with Lesa Hudson. Lesa is nominated for several awards. She is with the Rick Strickland Band as well. And Lesa, welcome to Flip Flop Live.
Well, thank you, Andy. It is so good to be here and be a part of Flip Flop Live's Cammy Show.
Absolutely. We're so glad you could join us this evening. I want to talk about, first of all, give me a little history behind your involvement in beach music. How long have you been in beach music now?
Well, I can pinpoint it to the exact moment, Andy. It's when Rick Strickland picked up the phone and called me and said, "Hey, Lesa, I want to start a band, put a band together. Will you join with me?" And I said, "Yes." And that was probably in the year of, probably 2008. And we eventually, 2009, it was actually January 1st weekend, New Year's weekend, that we got together as a band for the very first time. And, of course, I knew about beach music prior to that, but I was not even in that scene until that moment. So that is my exact moment, Andy, when I entered beach music, Carolina beach music, as an official artist.
That is awesome. Now, I want to talk about, of course, the things you're nominated for, but I also want you to talk about some of the stuff that the Rick Strickland Band is nominated for this year. You guys, I know you and Rick both nominated for Male and Female Vocalist of the Year. You guys are nominated for Band of the Year. Tell us a little bit about the nominations this year for you guys.
Well, yeah, we were speaking of the Rick Strickland Band. What a lot of folks don't realize, I think, is the Rick Strickland Band has been nominated for CBMA Group of the Year for at least 5 or 6 years in a row. I'd have to get the exact number on that. But we've been in that category, and we feel just so honored to be there year after year amongst all the, great band greats. And, we're thankful to be in that category. And that's kind of a really cool accomplishment for us as a band. We as you said, we're in female vocalist and male vocalist of the year. I am in the entertainer category again this year, and it's the 6th nomination for me. So
wow,
let's hear it for the girl, huh?
Hey, congratulations! That is awesome news. I mean, you guys, and Lesa, you kind of hit on this too. When you're nominated for things with the Beach Music Awards, obviously, winning the award is the cherry on the top. It's the creme de la creme. But, to have your name listed, for somebody to manually handwrite your name or type your name into a ballot to put you in that category, to me, means the most, because that means that somebody took the time to appreciate your efforts and put you in that category. And it's a really special thing for that to happen.
Absolutely. It really is very special, and it's quite an honor to be nominated. But, as you said, it's even more better to win. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But it is. We feel like, when we've been a part of CBMA for, ever since I got involved back in 2009, Rick was already a member, and, we have been a member and supported CBMA year after year. And so every year since, I think, when I released my first song, which was When You Look at Me back in 2011, and that song was just number one on a whole bunch of charts, and I won my first 2 Cammys that year in 2011. And then year after year, ever since then, we've just been nominated year after year, and we just feel real blessed and very honored that we are remembered each year at nomination time.
Now, this year, you have got a smash song. Great song that you and Mike Taylor did a duo of called A Little More Love. It is nominated for numerous awards and written by you and Rick Strickland. Tell us how that song came to be.
I started the song probably back in early January, and, it really, at that time, we weren't talking very much about the COVID, pandemic at that point, but really it was more of just how just there's so much anger charged posts that you see, for example, out on Facebook, and how we're just seem to be so divided on a lot of different things in the world at that time. And that's sort of the seed that started the song, just something that I wanted to, speak to that issue. And then right after that, COVID hit, and we were all locked down and just kind of feeling really, I mean, it was a horrible time emotionally for a lot of people, and it still is, even to this day. Who would have thought that here it's November and we're still dealing with this pandemic. And so as it progressed along back in the early part of the year, you know, it just sort of became that song that I wanted to be an inspiration, to be a little bit uplifting and encouraging to everybody as we just were dealing with those difficult times. And Andy, I just feel so honored that it resonated with so many people, and the DJs picked it up and played it. And thank you so much, and Flip Flop Live, for playing this song. And just everywhere, it was number one on every chart that's out there that we watch. And I just constantly hear positive feedback and how the song just touches and uplifts people. And as a songwriter and a performer, that just means the world to you. You know, yeah, these awards are fun to have and wonderful to achieve. But when you hear from someone that heard your song and it touched them in a special way, man, that's where the cherry on top is for me, to be honest. So,
right.
But it's been an incredible year, and we're very thankful for all the nominations. There's actually 5 of our 12 awards are for that song in one way. They're the Song of the Year, collaboration with Mike Taylor, songwriter, and Rick picked up 2 for engineer and producer of the year for that song too. So what a blessing. And can I talk about Mike Taylor for just a second? Because
you sure can.
When we were writing this song earlier in the year, I had been talking for a while now about wanting to maybe do a collaboration with somebody. You know, I love working with Rick, and I love the work that we do together, and that's going to continue. But I don't know, I just had this notion that I would like to do something, reach across and work with somebody else out there and just see what we could do, you know. And as we were writing the song and thinking about many people, and there are a lot of great choices out there, but Mike Taylor came to mind and as just been someone that I really admire a lot. His music is incredible. I admire his songwriting and just the kind of person that he is too. And we actually ran into him one day up in North Myrtle Beach and just sort of planted that seed. Hey, I'm working on a song. Would you even be interested in doing it? And he was like, yeah, I'd be glad to. And so I was, needless to say, very thrilled. And I will tell you the one part that really drew me in for Mike, because I love that Joe Cocker sound, that gravel, you know, that he's got in his voice. It's so meaty and so cool. The line that he says, to fuss and fight or live in harmony, where he goes, harmony, that little voice break, that's exactly what I heard for that line. And he just was the perfect choice for this song. And just a big kudos out to Mike Taylor and for reaching out and doing this song with us. We had a ball working on it with him.
It's a great song, and it deserves every nomination and award that it receives because, like you said, it resonates with so many people. And to think that you were doing this in January before, the COVID stuff hit is just, I mean, it to me, that's a God wink.
Well, thank you so much. I really couldn't agree more, with that, as far as it just being a song that was blessed from the beginning. And I'm really, really humbled and thankful for that.
Lesa Hudson with us tonight. Lesa, thank you so much for joining us here on Flip Flop Live.
Thank you so much for reaching out, and you have a great show tonight, and congratulations to you and all the success you guys have there with Flip Flop Live. And we just appreciate being a part of the show tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.